mining sector remains a major backbone of Ghana's economy as the leading foreign exchange earner for the country. There are also tens of thousands of Ghanaians who also directly and indirectly depend on the mines for their income. One of the mining companies that has over the years impacted greatly into the Ghanaian onto the Ghanaian economy is Goldfields Ghana. Goldfields Ghana recently launched its 25th anniversary celebrations with a pledge to continue to maintain the high standards of operations and to continue to impact on the lives of the people within the communities in which they operate. Executive Vice President and Head of Goldfields West Africa, Alfred Bako, is my guest. We're talking about their 25th anniversary and a lot more. So, good morning to you.
Morning.
Thank you so much for making time to be here.
Pleasure.
We're looking at your 25th anniversary, but do you still remember your beginning?
First of all, let me say good morning to your cherished viewers and say good morning to yourself as well. Definitely, yes, we still remember the beginning. But before I come to your question, I just want to have a bit of a distinction here.
Okay.
Because yesterday I met one of your colleagues when I said I work for Goldfields. He said, oh, is that the Ashanti Goldfields? So there is always that confusion between Goldfields and Ashanti Goldfields. Ashanti Goldfields is the AGC, the old Goldfields at Obuasi. But our Goldfields is a global company based in South Africa. And we operate in 4 different regions. We have Australia, West Africa, which is my region, South America, and then South Africa. As I said, our corporate office is in South Africa. And we produce a little over 2 million ounces per annum.
If you put all the regions together?
If you put all the regions together. We've got 7 operations, 2 within our region. Yeah, so coming back to your question, yes, I still remember
the beginning.
Way back the beginning. Yeah, it was in 1993 when Goldfields from South Africa came to this country. That was not too far from when we actually moved into
democracy.
Our democracy. So we had a lot of foreign investors who were not too sure as to which direction this country was going to go. But Goldfields, we believed in Ghana, and we felt that it was actually right for us to come in. And today, after 25 years, we think that we made the right choice or right decision. Yeah, so it all started with Goldfields taking over from the SGMC, which is the State Gold Mine, which was actually operated by Ghana ourselves. And it was all underground operation at the time. But when Goldfields stepped in 1993, it took about 3 to 5 years to actually do a lot of exploration and a lot of development as well. So the decision was taken that because the life of the mine for the underground operation wasn't long enough, we decided to actually go into surface mining. And therefore, after 5 years, which was about 1998, we actually got into full production in surface mining at Takwa.
Can you explain a bit when you say surface mining?
What surface mining, underground mine will mean that you sink a shaft and go under the heart of the surface. But open pit, you don't actually go by a shaft. Okay. All you do is you mine with your excavators, you mine with your trucks. It's all on the surface, open pit, yeah.
Okay.
So that's the difference. And in 2002, Goldfields also bought Ranger Minerals, which is Dama Mine from Ranger Minerals. And in a couple of months ago, we entered into a JV partnership with Asanko Gold. So that's how the journey has been.
Okay.
Yeah.
What would you say within these 25 years, your biggest achievements have been?
Within the 25 years, I would say that one, the Takwa mine was a low-grade mine. Low-grade means that the value that you have in the material is quite low. But we managed to actually turn it into a flagship mine. And people keep wondering how we were able to actually make such a low-grade mine so successful. So I see it as an achievement. the Daman mine was actually on the verge of collapse. And we actually, thanks to the board of Goldfields, they gave us an approval to reinvest 1.4 billion US dollars. And now Daman can boast of a life that can take us 8 and even more. And I will also say that Goldfields has been, is the #1 mining company that set up what we call the Goldfields Foundation, a foundation solely for the community, to look after the community. And what have we done? We've spent to date about 44 million, and that is aside the 15 million for the Black Stars. That is aside the 21 million that we are using to actually tar the road. So I would say that these are all huge achievements
how would
that
we
we
see
can boast of.
the reflection of your investment in the communities? How would we see it? Do we see it physically?
I would say if you go to Tarkwa, yes, because we've provided access to potable water, we've provided health facilities, we've provided schools. If you go there, the roads, we are busy tarring all the roads.
You're still working on the roads?
We are still busy. We are still busy. And what we are also so proud of is the fact that we give these locals jobs. Because Goldfields in total, we have about 7,000 odd jobs that we give out there. And if you look at the dependency ratio, one can say that it's about one miner, about 10 people depend on one miner. So when you multiply, the multiplier effect is huge. So if you come to Tarkwa, if you go to Daman, yes, you will see it physically. Yeah.
But you know, recently, the president's showed, if you like, his displeasure and mentioned certain specific areas where the mining activities are ongoing. And if you look at the development, I think his unhappiness was about how underdeveloped such communities are, really. So it's interesting that you mentioned some of the things that you're doing on the ground. How would you justify the condition? I know that you're not in Akwatia, but yeah, you definitely are in Tarkwa.
Yes.
Yes.
If, as I said, if you come to Tarkwa, if you come to Daman, you will see things for yourself. If you look at when it comes to infrastructure development, roads is, I would say, the biggest one. If you come there, you will see the roads that we are busy.
But is that your responsibility as a mining company?
That's a good question. I would say that it's not our sole responsibility, because we pay royalties and we pay corporate taxes as well. And part of the royalties are supposed to actually come back to the communities within which we operate. And as I said, we are a global company. And if you look at some of the countries that we operate in, yes, they channel some of the royalties there. So, but as part of our corporate social responsibility, we felt that, look, we have to also set aside some monies to actually support and upgrade the communities where we operate. So that is how come we are doing all these projects there. So as I said, if you go to the University of Mines, recently we actually commissioned a 2-story building that they are using for their mineral resource lab.
Okay.
That is great. If you come to Tarkwa and Daman, you see the schools for yourself.
And these are not schools solely for miners or for mining workers?
No, no. Schools that we build and then we hand over to the education.
But you understand why the expectation is so high? Because the perception is mining companies are really rich. You have loads of money.
That is true. And we are okay with the pressure that we find ourselves in. But we believe that, look, we have to also give back some. But I think we have to manage the expectation as well, because mining is heavy capital intensive. As we speak now, we've invested in excess of 3 billion USD, and you have to pay back the monies that you take as loans from the banks. So it's heavy capital intensive, and therefore, if the expectation is there, fine. but we are busy working on resolving all the expectation and addressing all the issues. As we speak now, we are also busy looking at how we can actually upgrade the TNA park into a modern international standard.
Okay.
And then the hospital, the Takwa Hospital, is actually the oldest hospital in the country.
That's a government hospital.
It's a government hospital, but we want to modernize that hospital as well. And it's all coming from our coffers. That's over and above the royalties that we pay.
Okay.
We believe also that, look, the royalty percentage that comes back to our communities is also on the lower side. If I compare or I benchmark with some of the operations that we have within Goldfields.
And that's why we would say that mining companies in Ghana, and by saying that, I'm not talking to Goldfields alone, by the mining companies, people think that the communities where you exist are underdeveloped. But if we compare to other countries where you exist, the story is different.
Yeah.
Okay. But you are saying here that it probably could be because royalties go back into the communities directly elsewhere than we have it in Ghana.
It's two things. One, the percentage that's supposed to come to the communities are on the lower side. I think Ghana is about 9%. But if you look at Peru, one of the countries that we operate in, it's much higher.
Okay.
Much higher than the 9%. So we think that if the government could look into that and probably raise the bar in terms of the percent that comes back. And this is the feedback we are getting from the districts. But they can confirm that to you, that even the 9%, which is on the lower side, is actually not going.
Yeah.
So we're trying, but it should be a combination of us and the government.
You were in the news recently. Some of your workers were not too excited. There were contractual issues. What's the update on that?
That's true. That's human nature. We decided to change the business model. What we do is that we review our business every now and then to ensure that we have a business that is sustainable. So when we decided to change the model from owner mining to contractor mining, yeah, it didn't go down very well. So it ended up in court. We actually won the application or the court injunction that the union applied. They appealed. We carried on with the transition. And as we speak now, they've gone to pull the case out of court. And we are yet to sit with them to go through all the other issues. But contractor mining has been implemented. We promised the public that the contractors are going to rate high about 80%. As we speak now, it's in excess of 85%. And production hasn't been affected. Production is going on quite smoothly.
Okay. So take us through what the lineup looks like with your 25th anniversary celebrations.
Thank you. We've got a big Deba lineup at Takwa that we are going to invite.
Takwa is like home, right?
Yes. At Takwa that we're going to invite all the chiefs. We're going to invite some of the MPs. We're going to invite the likes of you as well, the media house.
Thank you.
And it's going to be quite big. We've also got the commissioning of the road, which is asphalt road. We're spending in excess of 20 million.
So this is from where to where exactly?
It's going to be between Takwa and Daman.
Okay.
As I said, we have two operations in Ghana, Takwa and Daman. It's about 33 kilometers. We spend about 21 million USD.
That's a lot of money.
So we're going to commission that. We are proud of that. We also going to have a raffle, a big one, that we put a live vehicle on for whoever is going to be the winner. Maybe you can be the winner, who knows? Yeah, so we've got a lot of them. Yeah.
So are you spending another 25 years in Ghana? I mean, like, what's the plan? Are you here to stay? Sometimes we worry that you might leave at some points.
The future, I would say, is still exciting. We just entered into a JV with Asanko. We are also busy looking around us in the country. And we're optimizing the two operations as well. So I will say that we are here to actually stay. We like Ghana from the political environment. We like it. And we like the people of Ghana as well. So we are here to stay.
Okay,
Yeah.
I think maybe two final questions and we wrap up. At the beginning of this conversation, you mentioned how much you produce in terms of all your mining areas put together, but Ghana alone, how much gold do you produce?
Okay, between the two operations, our contribution to the group is about 32 to 35%. So between the two operations, close to 650,000 ounces.
That's significant.
Per annum. I want to take it up. My vision, our vision is to take it to 1 million.
And that should be between what time so we can measure it?
We're looking at 2 to 3 years' time.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's a big target.
Yeah.
And how much do you pay in terms of taxes and royalties as a company?
Very good. I know some sectors feel that the country, we are not getting enough out of the natural resources that we are blessed with. But if you do benchmarking, I would say that we are in fact not lower compared to the ladder. If you look at the countries we operate, Australia, the corporate tax is about 30%, South Africa around that same number, Peru is around that same number. Ghana is above 30%.
Is it?
So it's not too bad. To date, we have actually paid about 1 billion USD for dividend, and we've also paid about 1.2 billion corporate tax and royalties. And over and above that, if you look at the employees' payee, that is the taxes that come out of the employees, it's about 250 million USD. So it's a lot, yeah.
Well, you know, we are like Oliver Twist, right? So
Yeah.
we also asked for more. But thank you for sharing a bit of your 25th anniversary with us. We wish you well with your celebrations. Happy 25th.
Thank you very much.
That's Executive Vice President and Head of Goldfields West Africa Region, Alfred Bako. Stay with us. Courtesy Awake, we bring you some show business. That's up next.